Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Hello, everyone. Sorry. Slightly late because OBS is being a fucky wacky tool. But I think I have solved my problem what with that I had yesterday because the activity feed didn't work again. And then it turns out I had to log into Twitch in the OBS chat. And as soon as I did that, my other snap-ins appeared, or my other docs appeared, and now hopefully that's solved. But that did make me late. Hello.
Yeah. Just the nature of the beast.
Yes.
Like OBS, if it was perfect, then they wouldn't have to be constantly pushing updates. It forced me to update it 3 minutes before stream. Like,
yes. Yes. Exactly. Another thing, I'm gonna say this today at the start. I'm gonna keep saying it, I guess. It looks like Twitch has new lurking rules. So if you are lurking, or want to lurk, you might want to do a redeem and just say a sentence. Otherwise, you might not count as a viewer, which is stupid. There you go. I said it. I'm gonna wait for them to fall on their own ass with this. What do I know? But there should be at least base redeems, right? Oh.
Yeah.
You can turn ad pads on, Sundat. They are not intrusive.
They're not very intrusive.
Height range should be on, sure, yeah. Sure.
That makes sense too.
Just some push it on. Okay. Today, though, and I must now make sure I'm looking at the right screen. There it is. Today, we are looking at a game that hasn't been looked at. Well, it has been, but meh. Why is it cropped on the side? What the hell? No. Hello. Specifically not cropped on the what? Oh. Will you make you slightly smaller like this? And then we are good. Okay. So, welcome to Heroes of Adventure. The most generic title of a game in a long time. And as we look at this, thank you. There's going to be a bit of a through line here. And some people might already realize what I mean. So I picked this last time when we were talking. I must admit, pretty much unseen, because I had forgotten I had to pick a game. So I was like, "Ooh, scramble! What's on this offer?" Let me Google search while we are doing the episode, and then I was like, "Oh, this generic name is funny. The cover looks kind of okay. Let's do this one." And I hadn't even really zoomed in on it. And in the intervening 2 weeks, I found out that I have made a bit of a mistake with this game. On account of this. I must stream to you, Drake. You didn't say anything.
Yeah, I didn't say anything yet. I didn't want to interrupt your flow there.
Yeah, on account of this. Art created using Midjourney AI.
Yep.
And to the credit, in big quotation marks, of that AI, when I just looked at this in a smaller screen, didn't really register immediately. This was about the size of the picture I saw.
Yeah, that was about the size when I first saw it too, and I was like, "Oh, okay, this looks interesting. Looks gritty." And then you zoom in, and you go, "Oh, this is the wrong kind of gritty."
Yes. So we must talk about this right out the gate, and acknowledge that that yes, AI art has been used, and that's bad. We'll get into why that's bad in a minute, but let's just start by looking at it. Yeah.
He's not even really holding his sword. Like,
Yeah. He is just holding it by his pinky and no, it's just index finger and thumb. Like,
yeah, it's
you
like
know,
it's his teacup.
yeah.
Like,
And it's also one of the things that strikes me here. If you actually read the text, this is an example of plaything. You venture into the mine. The cold stone passageway continues ahead. The only light coming from Talia's torch. Talia is the female character, the thief. Wouldn't you have told the AI to put the torch in the thief's hand at least?
at least. Like, the basic 101 stuff.
Yes. Yes. And we could talk about literally any one of these in these terms. Like, maybe least of all stuff like this where the people are so far in the back that it's hard to tell what's going on. This guy has an apple though. This guy is frying an apple in the fire.
Yeah. Or the biggest marshmallow ever.
Yeah. Like, holy crap. I'm just gonna go through a bit more. Look at this tiny sword. Look at this stupid shield that can't decide what element it's made out of.
Like, nobody ever made a sword with a crossguard that massive and a blade that's looks like it's an inch shorter than a gladius. Like, that didn't exist ever.
Who's got the light source? Yeah, that's another. Like, never mind about like where the light's coming from on these pictures. Like, look at this shadow. Light's coming from above, right? Why is this so dark?
That's so dark.
Terrible.
Why are his feet so bright? Like,
yeah, the feet. This feels like it's like an artistic in quotation marks decision that because all the feet are like this.
Yeah,
it seems to be consistent. Maybe they don't have enough feet data.
Maybe they
look at this.
Got feet data from I forget the guy's name, Rob Liefeld.
This guy ran out of metal. What is this? What is happening? Also, why are these the most stinky and hideously dressed looking people ever? Terrible. This dwarf with his thick sword. I don't know.
It was supposed to be a spear, then it became a sword. It was supposed to be an axe, but now it has none of those features.
Yeah.
Like, it looks like it transitioned.
Yeah. And then the art completely changes and makes the elf look like sort of cover model.
Yeah.
Normal shoes as well. Look. More data
very
for
normal
shoes, yeah.
Very normal and very normal bowstring and very normal curve to the bow.
It goes from here through the belt and then to the middle of the bow, which is also inconsistently long and bent in a way where you couldn't string it in the first place. Great job.
It's two handles and neither of the handles are in the middle.
It's okay though. She couldn't fire an arrow anyway. She has no arrows in the chamber.
She has no arrows. Yep. Very sad.
Halfling, half elf. Okay. Why does he have string that's held up by the string? What is this? Is this supposed to be the beginning of a pistol that never formed fully? Is this a vest that he's like? Does he have a twin on his back somewhere? Wearing a vest?
It feels like it.
And halfling, one of my favorites is the stick pipe.
Stick pipe. Halflings really enjoy their tobacco.
You can get so much tobacco into the stick pipe. Look how long it is. Also, it's just a really long belt. There's no dagger or anything. It's fine.
Yeah,
don't worry about it.
It might even be a sausage that turned into a belt.
Yeah.
And that's his emergency rations, just how big the belt is.
And then if this guy can't hold his sword to save his life, it's just an incoherent form of 10,000 layers of cloth.
You also notice a theme with these that it's very clear that he told Midjourney, can you make them look like Blades in the Dark characters?
Oh, yeah.
Because it's attempting to emulate the art style, but in color.
Yes. It's a bit like Darkest Dungeon as well. Look at this hand.
That too.
That's why it's Darkest Dungeon, because these are two tentacle fingers. which he has.
Mhm.
And then there's also no hand here. Again, sure, to an extent, it's just bad. It's
These
just bad.
touches are just so constantly questionable too.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I said this yesterday that it doesn't draw fire the same way twice, which is a very big giveaway for AI too. If the same effect isn't done consistently between art by the same artist, it's probably AI. I don't know what this mascot character is here. I don't know how this is feet. It's literally all of this. This is a gnome city, I guess. Literally everything here is just the worst. Like, again, when they are far away, you can tell less about it, but there's still like, this guy walking towards here, or is he walking here? Is this an arm? Is this holding something? It's
this perspective is just terrible.
Yeah, here's the perspective. This guy's jumping over this river, question mark, while these people just stand on top of it. Like, and then this axe.
The axe head is just like the worst part of the whole picture, and it was the thing I noticed last, and then I couldn't notice anything else because it bothered me so much.
Yeah. Every single one of them. And then we have multi-handed Bard. This actually got a reply on today's teaser image, was exactly about this guy with his multi-hand. He's also very small. I guess he's supposed to be a halfling in the picture, maybe.
Maybe. He's the most unhappy halfling I've ever seen.
Yeah,
Why was I drawn by you?
I didn't ask for this. Jon Snow Bard.
I never asked for this, Mr. Frodo.
Yes.
Oh, that's actually really good.
And here we have the first instance of what the fuck is going on with the hand again. Out there. Because,
and another weapon. Oh.
Yeah, the weapon is also weird, but I don't even know. It's a cleric. It could be just for, like, holding and chanting. But the hand, though. Oh my god.
The hand. Oh my god.
This druid, once you tell the thing to make an antler, it doesn't know how to stop.
It really doesn't know how to stop.
What's he doing? Is he holding a tiny pickaxe the wrong way around?
It's their teeth on the inside of their cloth there, on their right leg there. Like...
Yeah, I think so.
I thought it was a mouth.
Good job. Another instance of too small sword. Also no scabbard for it, because this is the only scabbard on that side where he would have drawn it from. Just not long
look
enough.
Like a scabbard for a sword.
Also he has a proper sword here, which he doesn't use. Which is also stuck in his form, in his cloth. This guy has a hole in his sword. And the shield is too small. The shield is weirdly bent.
What the Oh, I just realized how tiny that...
Yeah.
That's not a kite shield. That's a... what would I even call that?
Maybe his first
kite
shield.
I don't know. God. That's so bad.
Also, like, I really like the over... like, use of marring and destruction and damage is just stupid. And then another great hand here. It's amazing. Both hands are bad, but this is particularly great. This is magic wank hand. When you do too much magic, you get the bad hand.
The magic wank hand.
We had to have a monk in this game.
And this is the most generic white guy pretending to be Shaolin monk we've ever seen on this show ever. To the point where I'm like, this feels racist because it doesn't feel right at all.
Yeah. Oh my god. And then Ranger, again, the bowstring is real hard. A straight line for that is like next to impossible. Just like, again, like everything is just a weird glomp of random fabrics held together by nothing. Thief. What was sword here? Is this arrows or is this a sword? Who knows? Is this a knee? All of it? So is this any well, I hear
Why is everybody's armor patchwork? Everybody's. And it's
yeah.
like not patchwork in the this is to protect me sort of way. It's in the I just threw it on because I don't know, I like it.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I love that he was like, give me some weapons, and then it gave him this, and he was like, yeah, good enough. I'm not gonna edit that out. And
I'm
yes,
gonna question that one.
look at the fake signature it made.
Uh,
Or whatever it's supposed to be.
mm-hmm.
And this tiny stupid hammer and this axe with no axe. And this
Oh my god,
spear.
that axe.
This is the length of the spear, of course.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Tiny
And
shields.
we could go on. Different see what's shit about this. This is not an axe handle. This is not a spear or anything else I could think of. If you make this would never be used as a weapon stick because it has freaking 10,000 weird protrusions on it.
Not balanced at all.
Uh,
And I like how the dagger in the far left, like, I don't know how to describe it. It looks like it has an alchemist's flask around it, like that's its sheath.
Yeah.
Like what?
Switch would just like the style. Like at least there's some color here. It just looks
and
bad.
you can tell it's supposed to be Ava Green. Like
Yeah.
you know it is.
And there's these weird stones and stuff, and then this guy. And we could go on. Oh look, Gandalf is here with his normal hands.
With his enormous index finger and his thumb that looks like a penis. Like
and he has a very long beard hair that he's shedding.
Oh no, Gandalf's just a cat. He's like a polydactyl cat. That's what he is.
Yeah,
in human form.
Seems like it. So yeah, like scroll, and then there's a few pages without art. Good for them. You know what? Fuck it. So the point of this is immediately upon realizing that you're looking at AI slop, the whole product devalues immensely.
Yeah, immediately.
I had looked. This is like version 3. There was an earlier version out as PDF from 2022, I believe, that I tried to look for because I thought, hey, maybe he didn't put AI art in that. No, he did. It was just worse. It was just even worse AI art because it's, of course, 3 years younger. And yeah, not that there's really a qualitative difference between the scrollings of today's AI to that, but it looked even more obviously shit. Like, again, not that AI art would be considered acceptable if it were seamless and good. It's still terrible.
Yep.
Next thing to say, is it more forgivable because it's a single person project, because design and layout were done by one person, the nameless designer, that's his name on itch, the account name. We don't know who he is, as far as we didn't look into it at all.
Yep.
Is it more forgivable? No, you're correct, Jake.
It is far less. Working on things that I eventually want to publish, there is a wealth of free images out there that you are free to download, free to credit, and some of them you don't even need to credit, that you can modify to your heart's content. There are so many of them out there.
Yep.
There are so many medieval ones, especially. There's entire piles of LARPing pictures that you could grayscale, turn into whatever kind of watercolor slop you want, and you're still doing it. AI is not doing it. Totally fine. Please do those things. Please learn a skill. Like, it's not hard. It literally isn't hard. Like, I'm not very good at graphic design, and I can do it. So.
Yeah. But frankly, if you can put this in a book, the picture that I gave you, then you can learn to do the picture work that you would need to do.
Yeah.
And the reason I say it is, I just recreated for you the exact feeling I had when I started this book. Like, okay, I'm reading Heroes of Adventure. Okay, there's a cover here. Didn't notice AI art. Look at thing. Realize, oh yeah, it's pretty short. I guess most of the stuff is just for players. Separating out like that seems cool. Yeah, let's do it. Didn't notice the art thing because it's like not. Scroll over this page to read, right? Who cares? I care about it later on when I'm like thinking of what do I talk about in the review. But as I'm reading it, it's just like, yeah, okay, one guy wrote this. I knew this beforehand. How to play page, scroll over. See this page? Not yet realize it's AI art because I don't look at it very closely again. Realize, okay, quick example of play, very generic, but it's fantasy stuff. Okay, we are gonna continue. And then read a bit about what skills are, what abilities are, and so on and so forth. We're gonna get to the middle and then come to this guy and realize, oh no, is this all AI art? Is it? And then I go back up and I go back down all the way as I've just done and look at it and be like, oh, and just hold my head in shame. But that this is indeed a product. It's terrible. And that's the TLDR for anyone doing this in current year. There's two possibilities here. And there's literally not a third one. Either you put the ad in or not, right? And if you do put it in, there's people like me who will then wouldn't have given this game the time of day had I realized it's AI art. I would have talked about it as saying, well, that's a game that uses AI art. It's called Heroes of Adventure. That sounds so generic. What the fuck? We'll put your game literally down and never read it if they find out. Or people don't care.
Yep.
But no one is going to be like, man, this is such good art. This is why I like this game.
Nope.
And there's a non-zero amount of people who are, for example, like, hey, I really like Pathfinder because of these iconics. Because of these characters that exist here that are recurring within Paizo products. The CRS here. Who will appear in all sorts of pictures. Of this guy who's from, I think that is the fuckboy. No, yeah, okay, it's kind of. Look at him. Look at him. He has axes that actually look like axes. He has cool tattoos. He's kind of a short king. Lovely. Awesome. Cool. Right?
And he has a style.
Yeah, he has a style, for sure.
I can't emphasize that enough. Like, no matter how many times you tell it to do Studio Ghibli, it's still not Studio Ghibli.
Yeah. And this is also, I think, all of these are drawn by the same guy, right? It's the Paizo thing.
Also, Paizo has a what is it called? Style direction, a unified style direction that they have, kind of like Archie Comics had for forever.
Yeah. And obviously
that they adhere to.
Obviously, there I'm talking about, okay, Paizo has money. Paizo actually pays people. I like her a lot. I love her fucking arms. Look at this. This is a cool character.
I actually really like that a lot, yeah. Very evocative.
Yeah. And then the one I kind of like the most is Amiri, the barbarian.
Yeah, she was so cool. She was in Wrath of the Righteous, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was in a lot of games by this point. I really like her because, like, yeah, she looks like a barbarian. Just a big stupid sword she stole from a giant. Let's go. Hi, Consonia. And yeah, okay, this is how we can do it if we have money. And Drake just pointed out what we can do if we don't. Obviously, we can't get an artist to draw us art for like all our characters or something if this is supposed to be like a free Creative Commons product, because this is what it is. It's Creative Commons, open license product that you could like use for your own shit. Not gonna happen with most people, because most writers and most artists you're gonna work with are gonna be like, wait, what are you basing this on? They're gonna look at this, unless it's AI art, and they don't want to work with you. Like serious artists, no, and serious writers as well, because the question that immediately springs into mind for me with this book now is any part of this written by AI? And I think for myself, having read it, the answer is no. Because there's grammatical errors in this and comma errors specifically that an AI wouldn't make. AI is too consistent with punctuation and stuff.
Way too consistent, yeah. I would say that there may be the chance that there were queries done of
yeah.
AI, like what should be a good skill list. They probably asked
Yeah, probably.
5 or 10 times and then came up with a skill list
Yeah,
based on that.
possible.
There's that feeling through this,
Yeah.
but it's not like definite. It's not oppressive either.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
And if that's something you have to do for your writing process, I don't know. I'm not going to judge that one way or the other. I don't like. I don't think it's good or healthy
No, it's not.
for you to just do that constantly. But meh. Anyway.
Yep.
Don't use AI, folks.
Don't use AI.
Yeah. You have to keep saying it. It just taints it. I don't really like. Do I want to talk about this in any detail now? Well, I'm gonna explain to you the system, and then we're gonna look at the other books, and then we're probably gonna talk about something else because it's not gonna take very long. So, how does this game work? You have hit points. You have an inspiration pool, which is essentially your mana and rerolls, kind of the same thing.
Yep.
And you have a defense value, which is how hard it is to hit you. And you have damage resistance, which is if you get hit, you subtract it. That's it.
Yeah.
Then you have skills, and skills include stuff like melee combat or ranged combat or magic. And if you have the bonus in it, you get a dice bonus. Usually it's a d4 at the start. Some classes manage to get d6s and some stuff. And if you roll anything, you roll d20 plus your extra die. And you must go over or meet the target number. Like as an example, in melee combat, if this guy wants to hit himself, Joe Blocks, great name by the way, he would have to roll an 11. Simple. Very simple. And then there's abilities, which is everything you to do with your special stuff that only you can do. That's usually class dependent as well. If you learn what you can learn, there's lists per class, but there's also a global list. And where is this? Some equipment. That's the character. It's already done. And things like agility, for example, here is used for initiative and so on and so forth. Like, so it is a streamlined D&D, pretty much streamlined. And I think actually this list, it's not bad in terms of you want to do everything through skills. Then this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 22 skills. They cover enough of everything that it's cool. Because stuff like crafting is here, for something that you would call a saving throw is here. And the cool thing is, kind of with the system, as you level up, you can pick more dice, you can make your dice bigger in these individual ones, but you aren't going to end up with, well, I'm a level 5 barbarian, I have a bonus of +4 or 5 or whatever to fortitude saves, because we all do. Doesn't matter what kind of barbarian you are, you all have that, because it's just like how the class works. No, if I'm a barbarian, I could just not take fortitude at all. Or I get my first d4 from the class and then never do anything with it ever again. And be done with it. I can make a character that has no melee combat skill, if I want in this. Is it smart? No, but I can do it. And that's makes it more free than D&D, which is is it good or bad? I am gonna say guy with no combat skill in a game that is very much about combat is usually bad, but it can be a good thing. Your character's just outright a coward that runs away from things.
So I often make a comparison at this stage. This is very similar to the Game of Thrones RPG that we looked at because there's no attributes in that game. They just have a list of skills. This is very similar in that regard. There's also a very quick upper limit. You can only go up to D12 here. Again, very similar to that, and where Game of Thrones usually went from 2d6 up to 5d6, maybe 6d6. And this is really good for games that are supposed to last 10 levels, which seems to be the thing that everybody's gravitating towards lately. Dagger Heart's doing it. That other game we looked at recently where you have a dragon also is a 10 level game. That
was off stream, but yes.
Yeah.
That was the Kickstarter.
That was off stream.
The game was for.
Yep. Yeah. I just call back to it because it's another thing that is wanting to come out that wants your money, that wants to do 10 levels. And I think the reason why everybody's doing it now is because everybody has finally realized, after hundreds and hundreds of years and lots of tears and blood and sweat, we generally don't do campaigns from level 11 to level 20. We just generally don't.
At least not in the D&D power scaling way.
Yep.
Because what always happens with a D&D game is at level 11 plus, it breaks down. Your wizard is now too powerful. Your fighter has realized they still will never do anything but to roll to attack 2 or 3 times around and maybe lift everything, and that's going to be their contribution to the game.
Yep.
And it's gone. It's getting stale at that point, honestly.
Yeah, it's run out its tape, so to speak.
Yeah.
The games that manage to avoid this, that have more than 10 levels, are all the games where you do choices along the way involving multi-classing, like, I don't know, Fabula Ultima. D20 Modern did this a lot too. So
you could potentially do more than 10 levels in this, like it wouldn't be hard, as we will see. But I think it's not a bad call to get it either. Who cares, right? It's not a wrong or correct decision. It just depends on your game. It's just like D&D does. It's very proud to say you can go to level 20, and then if you ever do, it's boring. So abilities. This is the full list of abilities, but not every class gets all of them. You have to pick by class, basically. And they're going to be listed again for the classes, what they get.
Yep, exactly.
One thing that I noticed is the abilities marked I cost 1 inspiration point to use, and none of this is marked I, but don't worry, they just forgotten this list. It's going to be down below correctly in the character classes.
Oh, it just bluntly says, as does spellcasting. Okay.
Yeah. Spellcasting also costs mana. Yep. We're getting to that. Spellcasting is a weird beast in this. So, how do we create a hero? We choose a race, we choose a class, we choose a background, and kind of done.
There's a class package for each one, which, like, what was it? Fighter had one that was like Bombardier and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's not going to do it. So you pick what your role here for your ancestry, and then you can be a kind of ancestor, whatever. Like if you roll human, you roll another d10 I'm a Centron. Or if you are a beastman, you roll orc, giant, or goblin. And then if you are a dwarf or elf, you roll these, and then or you just hide. It lets you roll if it wants to. And then you pick a background, which I think gives you a little thing. I think there's like a.
I don't remember what.
Is there somewhere a list somewhere for these? I forget.
Yeah, I have an extensive list after the races.
Somehow.
Yeah, it simply says skill and then gives you an item usually.
Yeah. Gives you athletics and a rope if you're an acrobat. Gives you lore skill and starts with good quality close and 200 silver. So these are not created equal. Like you could probably get a rope for 200 silver, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Like it shouldn't be necessarily balanced. It's cool if it's not.
I kind of like that it's not because like you look at aristocrat, you get command skill, start with good quality clothes, riding horse, and 300 silver, and it's like, okay, I understand that. Yeah, I understand why this needs to be a little different. Because even commanders, it's like, whoa, that's good. Because you get a melee combat skill, chainmail armor, longsword, shield, riding horse, and money.
Yep. And yeah, you just decide or roll on this. But okay, let's look at the race in general. Let's look at elf. So you get health, a health point pool, you get an inspiration point pool, you get a defense value, and you get alertness advantage on sense checks and meditative trance advantage on overnight rest checks. You have to roll to sleep, I guess.
And the roll to sleep is akin to the old school roll to see how many hit points you recover.
Yes.
It's kind of that kind of thing.
Yes. And then you see it, so we have 3 ancestries. From Dark Elf, I gain magic, senses, and will. If I'm a Forest Elf, I gain agility, range, combat, and senses. And if I'm a Grey Elf, I gain agility, senses, and wilderness survival.
Yep.
And we can dice roll as a name. Blah, blah, blah. So then we have elves. So we have 439. Cool. With our skills, we decide our background. We pick a class. It's pick Bard. We get 3 more health. We get 3 more inspiration. No more defense. So we have 7, 6, 9 now. Then you pick one of the packages. These 4. It tells me that then there isn't any sort of break before the equipment, but it's fine. So you would gain dual wielder and silver tongue abilities, as well as the lore, melee, combat, and social.
Yep.
On this. Then you would gain arcane magic and silver tongue abilities, and languages, lore, and magic skill. So Bart is kind of a little magic guy. Isn't that cool?
Yep. And, then, and the way it works is you can pick from this list of abilities as you level too.
Yeah. Every time you level, you pick 2, I think.
Yeah.
And
it's beautiful, actually.
Yeah, it's very simple. And like the thing also is when you level up, you're not gonna gain a D6 health or anything, you're gonna gain 2 health. The level up list is very quick as well.
Super easy.
Very inconvenience, yes. Trying to get to it. Magic is before it. Okay, you get to magic next. It's gonna be quick. Cool.
It'll be really quick, yeah.
I want to get to level ups because we were just talking about it. Here it is.
Level ups.
So you get the XP, pretty low. Like the XP level is pretty low, and you gain it from like, oh, this session was completed versus adventure was completed, campaign is completed, side quest completed. Like it's not for killing stuff; it's for completing objectives, which is pretty okay.
Yes,
in my book.
It is very OSR brained in the way before they were like, why don't we give you XP for kills?
Yep.
So.
And then here we see our starting thing is based on ancestry, background, and class. And then we gain each level 2 health, 2 inspiration, sometimes a defense, 3 background skills, 1 ability, not 2, sorry, and 2 spells.
Yeah.
If you can have, kind of everyone can gain spells in this, like barbarian can learn ancestral magic of some kind.
Yep.
Like making a totem and stuff. It's called all classed under magic.
Yeah.
Which is okay in my book. It's just you just won't be like throwing fireballs as the barbarian, but that's fine.
Yeah, instead I forget there's one spell in there that lets you like expand your senses to smelling things you wouldn't otherwise smell. Like there's stuff in here for the barbarian to cast a spell, which I'm having a really hard time thinking of a game that just sat down and said, yeah, why not? As much as this does.
Yep. And then like for clarity's purpose, let's say we started this bard we made with 6 inspiration. So we have 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 24 inspiration at max level. So that's 24 mana points. Casting a spell costs 1, 2, or 3 mana points. So even so we won't be casting a billion spells per day at this guy. So and spells I was gonna go to it here. So you have to pay the power cost, which is the same as its level. And you have to roll your magic skill with a target number. you miss the target number, the spell fizzles. You still pay the mana though, and it costs you an action, of course, to try to cast the spell. So, and you must have a hand free and have to be able to say the power words, blah blah blah. Then there's a lot of spells that are just always written like this. There's 3 levels of it. And let's see, shield. It's a wind vortex around the target, deflecting incoming range attacks. Any range attacks against the target are made at disadvantage. Level 1 can be cast on up to a medium-sized target within 2 zones, was protected for 3 rounds. Cast on a large target within 2 zones for 6 rounds, or a huge-sized target within protected for 10 minutes, or the duration of an encounter. And that's how all the spells work. Problem is sometimes they aren't very explicit in how they work, like Alter. First, it's a weird name. Increases or decreases your oxygen content in an area. Predetermine specific effects based with an A based on player's intent. But but examples include improving rest, reduce combustible material, or creatures find it hard to breathe. And this is the kind of writing that tells me, this guy's maybe not first language English.
Yeah, that's another factor to all this. Yeah,
definitely not written by AI, because AI wouldn't have butchered the grammar here.
Yeah.
As an example of why I don't think this is AI written. But be that as it may, Alter doesn't really tell you much about what it actually does. It just says how big an area it uses.
Yes.
Which is like, meh. This is not enough information for a DM to really make a good ruling, in my opinion. Like, hey DM, I want to reduce oxygen in this area. How much? Well, I want these orcs to fucking die. Okay. Can you do that with the spell? Doesn't say. It says reduce oxygen levels, so it should be possible. You don't have to reduce oxygen levels that much for someone to suffocate. But yeah, so how does it work? Besides what I just said, you pick, if you get there's arcane magic, right? This is something the wizard would get.
Yep.
If you have arcane magic, you get all of these spells. However, you pick 2 to start that you are good at. Now the other spells you can still try to cast, but it's going to be at disadvantage, which works exactly like you'd think. You roll twice, take the worst number, on burst in this case, which is pretty damning if you have disadvantage on a double dice roll. By the way, it's even worse than a single dice roll, obviously.
Yep.
Yes, comes into levels, pass out and kill. Exactly, Alex. And that's how it works for every kind of magic that is here. Like if you have chaos magic, congrats, you take all of this and then pick 2 that you're good at. And you pick 2 more spells every level that you're also good at. And if you want, you can spend one of your ability points to get another spell school.
Yep. This is a system that does something that nobody else does, really. Where, yeah, sure, you know all of this, but like, here's what you're good at with the spells. I will make a callback to something from decades ago now that did something very similar. I don't know if they did it in their tabletop game, but they certainly did it in the novels that they wrote. Zork also had that mentality.
Yes.
Which, interestingly enough, they had the same thing where, oh yeah, I'm really good at casting a mace spell. I have it permanently memorized. But if you don't have it permanently memorized, you cast it from one of the precious magic scrolls in the setting.
One thing that is funny to me is this particular one. So we have dark magic, right? We have all these spells, then you come to here, and then someone forgot to put the 3 levels.
Yeah.
Didn't fit the 1 page? Oh no.
Oh no.
You could put vision down here, and then you would have had room, maybe. Or maybe it doesn't have 3 levels. Maybe it's just level 1. Shows the area in the size of a settlement into a permanent state of darkness, which cannot be dispelled. Miracle. Oh wait, it is just a miracle. So you would have to cast this probably some other way. So this is a normal spell. What the fuck is a miracle? We haven't really talked about it.
Yeah, every section has one of the. Well, not every section, but a few of them have it.
Miracles, they are greater magic powers. When you are proficient in every spell in a chosen class, automatically gain access to the domain's miracle. Using a miracle requires significant summoning power and costs 2 health or inspiration points. What the hell? Permanent reduction is always bad, by the way. Never do that. Casting miracle is significant even event for the caster, both magically after casting miracle, recovery time is 6 months. Just before attempting another miracle. Okay. So okay, so it's not an hour spell. Sorry, I misunderstood that.
Yep.
Pretty strong though on that uncounterable magical darkness is permanent.
Yep.
Fuck that village in particular, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Like again, from in my view, cool as this magic system, it needs more text.
Oh yeah, it does.
There's a lot of questions if you read these spells where I'm like, what? Does this actually work? Like I would abuse this so hard if I was allowed to. So many of them. Like some of these just are written like this. Like anything that does damage is defined, and there's just more damage if you cast this high level.
Yep.
And then size down, one size down. But this is one of the worst spells because you make a huge creature into a large creature with it for 3 magic points. Like, yeah. So, okay, but this is the magic system. You have to hit a 20 to cast a level 3 spell. So you potentially have to re-roll that cast as well, even if you know the spell. Re-rolling would cost you more inspiration still. It works. It's not necessarily awesome. I like that you can technically at level 1 already be good at something though.
Oh yeah.
Like that's kind of nice. This game is a very flat feeling progression where if I'm lucky as a level 1, I can fight a level 5 guy and win. Which is not the case in D&D.
Yep.
What does level 5 guy have on me? Well, 10 hit points, basically, and a lot of inspiration. Like, there are a lot more tools for him, but if he just rolls bad 3 times in a row, I might just kill him with an axe. That's a vibe I can get behind for a game like this. It wants to be quick and deadly.
Yeah. It has the level system, but it has you make so many choices along the way with that level system that I'm like, hey, this feels completely different because we're not used to this anymore. We're so used to the 5e brain of no, you gained a level, you gain this. And having literally anything run the opposite direction from that makes me happy. Like, I understand Daggerheart after reading it in 5 minutes. I understand the benefit of being able to understand it within 5 minutes. But the reason why Fabula Ultima is still going is because of the choice.
Yeah.
More than anything else. And bringing that back in any way would revitalize everything involving your standard fantasy slop. And no, Pathfinder, choice does not mean you can choose to cast a spell with 2 actions or 3 actions. That's not what it means. That's not what it means at all.
No.
And they can pretend that's what it means, but it's not what it means.
Yeah.
And in a game like Pathfinder, there's always clearly a not just better, but completely superior option, completely superior build. And we talked about building your character wrong here, where like you don't take any melee weapon skill. I mean, is it wrong? Is 80% of the campaign going to be the other part of it, where we go through the dungeon and make sure nobody dies to traps? Then it's not so true anymore. If we're going full OSR, hey, there's other stuff that needs to be done.
Yeah, if you have like the chill chuck with you, who probably will fight in an absolute pinch, and otherwise it's just for the traps and for the sneaking. Yeah, absolutely.
And you refer back to something that is very important for people to start referring back to. That and to a lesser degree, Fearin, both referring to Dungeon Meshi, they both go, hey, all of these people play a role in the party.
Yeah. So
and that's so missing these days too. Like, well, we need a cleric. Why? Because the cleric does this thing. But no, the cleric does everything.
true.
And I hate that. I hate that so much these days.
Yeah, that is one of the things where D&D is just also new D&D, and to an extent Pathfinder also very much. It's just like that you have to do like several role things because, well, then you're more useful, right? And the game doesn't stop to ask sometimes then. But the things we give this class, is it in combination too much or too little?
Yeah, they never asked that.
You look
Never.
at again, you look at fighter, and you're like, well, yeah, I can lift a heavy thing and then hit someone with the sword, maybe even at the same time, and that's it. That's all there is. And then you look at wizard or cleric, and you're like, well, with this spell and that spell and that spell, they basically lift everything in bonkers world class, and then everything can be done by them. What's the point of the fighter? And this you're not gonna ask because the fighter. This is a game where you can die in 3 hits, as I said, level 1
Yes.
and 1 or 2 hits, depending. Like, oh, Bart had 7 hit points, right?
Yeah.
There's a bunch of D8 or D10 weapons here that can just one-shot you, potentially. There's no bonus damage, except maybe if something has a keyword that does that. And you are going to not want to get hit, and that's like, stupid as it sounds, every single guy who picks a fighter in this probably has. You can have like I think the giantkin barbarian can have 16 health in this. You're gonna be happy to have that guy with you even if he does nothing, because he can tank 2 attacks for you, which is a lot in this game.
Yep. And that immediately creates a role. Like even now, like in normal just D&D, yes, your barbarian can have a lot of HP, and they get their damage resistance and da 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 da, and they can do a lot, da 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 da. But the thing is that it becomes too much. Whereas for this, the difference is, well, this barbarian has double my HP, but our HP pools are so small. Suddenly, it matters again. Suddenly, the barbarian is still defeatable, but it isn't in such a way that you need to send 5 dragons to breathe on them.
Yeah, true. Yeah, indeed. Like, what's the lowest level of barbarian D&D can have 100 points? I think 7 or 8.
Yeah.
Or 6. 6 would be 72. 4 times 6 is 24.
And if they had like a
So
max con
8.
bonus.
Well, 7. Level 7 is actually correct. 28. Well, con 18, which is generous. Unlikely to, like, if you roll, maybe you have 20 at that level. But that's 12 times 7, so 60, 72, 84. Yeah, at level 7, you can have 100 points. Insane.
Yeah, it's insane. It really is. And narrowing that gap makes the game more fun for everybody. Like, regardless of what MMOs have taught people when they squish the HP so that I'll just use WoW as the example. In WoW Classic, let's just say your warrior has 6,000 HP and the other members of the party have 4,000. That feels better than if it's 50,000 versus 10,000. Like, it always feels
that's
better.
a bigger difference, yes. And yeah, exactly. It keeps the fights tense and interesting. And in this game, since the fighting is also quite fast, if you want it to be.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to feel it quickly. Like, oh, I got hit once. I have 3 hit points. I really can't get hit again. Someone have a healing spell. Did someone invest their first 2 spells into healing? Can you please get a heal? Please help me. And then there you are. That's a good moment immediately. While in, like, it's a meme. Healing is a meme in 5e where you're like, no, don't heal me while I'm up. Heal me once I fall down, so it all counts. Right? Because as long as I don't have a roll death save, I'm cool. It's a really bad system there.
Really bad. It's there's so many little things in this that were I understood the homework. Like all the abilities for fighter are useful, all of them.
Yeah.
I'm having a hard time finding one that's not useful. Like the one that isn't useful in combat is Master Craftsman, advantage on crafting checks. But this game is such that it opens the door with crafting checks for you to go, oh, I'm going to make some sort of salve out of this honey sap. Like that is in the space of this game.
Yep.
But it's not in the space of 5e. It
No.
isn't at all. And people think it is, but it's not.
No, it is because your DM improvised, but it's never in the rules, really.
Yeah. And the rules never stop to go, hey, here's the implication of having a cobbling skill. They never stop to do that.
Yeah.
Not even in the expansion books. Instead, they just say you can make insoles. That's it. They never stop to say, here's the full implication.
Yeah. Thinking of costs and cost of this in silver pieces. Okay. So 300 isn't that much comparatively. You pay a lot
really
of
isn't.
For
no.
stuff. Well,
it gives you a leg up, but you still want to adventure and get more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because like that nobleman would probably spend it on horse barding so that they don't lose their horse.
Yeah. It's one of the things in this where I'm like, well, that's pretty okay. Is that there's so much to buy, so much stuff that you might be useful, right?
Yeah. And they give you enough to where you could reasonably add double this if you were like, I want more stuff. Yeah.
I would find it difficult to add that much more to it, honestly. It feels pretty incomprehensive.
They have more alchemy stuff than 5e does in its full history and run, actually.
Yep.
In this one free book. So, yeah, you've got a point. Yeah.
You can buy some build. That's like even like a dungeon for 50,000 silver is on here.
Yeah, like
it's fine.
It's fine. I know that it's kind of the meme. Oh, we have the hireling services table right there underneath it. It's the meme. But when you're playing something that's supposed to be the OSR brain at all, those things are considerations because you actually think about it. Whereas 5e, you just wave your hands around and go, no, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
What? I want the full immersion. I want to be the medieval fighter doing the thing, but there's horrible magic that Gandalf casts. I want that stuff. Yeah. And if you're not willing to simulate it anymore, then we're not playing that game anymore.
Also, everything
I guess it's Isle of Shadowrun still.
Yes. Everything that's italicized is supposed to be kind of rarer. You get to a bigger town to get it.
Yeah.
Cool.
I like that. I like that a lot.
It's DM Fiat always will be in those for those cases.
Oh yeah, but yeah, yes, those are all AI generated, but they took the time to list all the ore. What game does that anymore? Almost done.
Well, and there's going to be crafting rules in the DM's guide that's going to tell you what actually happens. Because what they do here smartly is tell you, there's a aquatic moss, sponge-like moss, which is found in water sources, which absorbs air. And then you're like, the player's going to be like, hey, DM, can I make a underwater breathing potion from a moss that I found? And the DM is going to be like, ooh, let me look that up. And that's probably yes. Sticky sap sauce from the Great Red Pines. Cool. Does it do anything? Ooh, think about it. Do an alchemy roll, maybe you know. And so on and so forth. And then crafting, same stuff. Like, we have found some iron wood. I could use that for something, probably. Maybe with my solar steel, I can make a really cool axe or something, Let's go. I find it funny that you would ask the AI to create a rock.
Yeah, that's really funny to me too.
Well, whatever. Cold iron doesn't look. Yeah, okay. Technically, it's not tempered, guys. That's all it means. It's just iron, basically.
Yep, it's just iron.
Pretending it's something different from iron.
Yeah, I love it. It's funny though.
Yeah.
But to piggyback onto that, if you go in the DM's guide, it explains all of the things that are listed there and what they do if you turn them into potions. And that's still
Yeah.
Way far ahead
And,
of IV once again.
so the M guide, I must admit, I did after finding out okay this I didn't really read it fully. I must come out immediately and say it. To their credit, they have clocks immediately.
Clocks.
Which is always a good sign. And please, if you make a game, also have clocks. They have, and then this book very quickly becomes useful DM information and tables. And
these are the good tables.
These are so many tables. Warnings: scorched earth underfoot. Smoke can be seen in the distance. Stone statues gaze intently. Fresh predator tracks spotted. Like, this is fine. This is good stuff. That it's like not for this game particular. It's for any game. The overland traveling. Water tastes bitter and foul. Oh shit, that's bad. Or we are gonna find water. Instant adventure achieved. The river is tainted. What do we do? Especially like low-level adventure, of course, you know.
And then these discoveries, same thing. Like they're extreme, like mirror pool reflecting alternate reality. Sometimes it's just frozen waterfall, time stands still.
Yeah.
Like a mystery is evoked. This is what it's supposed to be, these random generation tables. They aren't supposed to be roll a d20, get an instant adventure. It's roll a d100, get an inspiration for something. Or get a sentence that you can say out loud.
Oh, this is going too smoothly. Roll a d100. Dense fog obscures the trail. Oh, shit. Fog's coming in.
Yeah.
Steep cliffs impede progress. Rocky terrain sprains an ankle. Oof. Could be happen to an NPC if you want to be nice to the party. And then weather hazards. Rain-soaked terrain becomes slippery. Oh, dangers. Boiling muck threatens to scorch. Rogue mage casts hexes. Like, okay, danger is probably something you wrote beforehand and not just in the moment, but you know what I mean.
Well, the other advantage of the system is the monsters are super easy. Super easy to run.
We'll get to the true horror of the monster manual in a second. Oh, this wasn't even within this exploration yet. Holy shit! It's a weather table, and then there's gale force winds you can roll, and like it's just a million tables for the most part with some extra info. And the info is honestly solid. Like, I haven't read most of it, but from what I have read, it's solid enough.
Like, they even wrote social encounters and told you how to run them, which 5e still doesn't have.
Yeah.
It's 5.05 edition.
And you can have a printable sheet for your combat tracker.
Yeah.
It's also nice. That's something most games don't bother with these days. And
They don't.
Here you can see like how simple the monsters are, kind of. Let's zoom in a bit more. They have a name, a defense value, immediate range, a health, and an inspiration pool. And then you might have to open them up a bit to see if they have special shit going on.
Yeah, and then the game assumes that we're doing things where you try to trip each other and disarm each other and do other things like that too. You know, it assumes that full range of things rather than it being, no, we can't do that constantly.
Yes. Blah blah. The conditions, combat, wounds. We can roll if you lose an arm or a hand. We lose health forever. Disadvantage from combat checks forever. Like, this is kind of the harsh shit. Yeah. Then obviously the quest would be, can I get my hand back on, please? But this is wound stable. This is supposed when your hit points reach 0, where a monster would die. This is what happens to a player.
Yeah.
Mortal wound. Okay, they die anyway. Lucky escape, nothing bad happens, and then from 20 down, it gets worse. So fractured skull and loose hand or leg is like the bad stuff.
Yep.
Gets you ending adventure, consequences, rewards, and stuff. It's also kind of a good little chapter. And then
downtime, settlements, doing things in settlements. Bluntly saying, if you want to go work at a job, if you want to train, if you want to engage in a shady activity, like I like downtime conceptually. The problem is that most games they over gamify it, or they
Yes.
under gamify it, or they make it only that it fits like the specific thing for the setting. Lancer's a good example of this, where all the downtime is so you can get stuff for your next mech mission.
Yeah.
It isn't anything else. Like you're
Yeah.
not going to start a business. You're not going to do smuggling. Like like that doesn't exist there.
Yeah.
But this assumes all of it.
Yeah, this is going to be this. If your players tell you we don't want to go adventuring, go to open a tavern in town, we have enough money. We are all started as this nobleman, can buy a tavern. And they're like, okay. And then this book is going to help you with running that shit.
Yeah, it's going to help you with that. There's one thing also that I have to note that's very important for any game that does wilderness adventures that this game actually acknowledges the existence of is we're at a settlement, we're all chilled out. The ranger stops and goes, I'm going to scout around a little bit so that we have a good idea of what we're dealing with when we go to that dungeon that's 50 miles away.
Yeah.
That's an option. Most games leave you totally alone with that idea and force you to go, I don't know what happens.
Yep. Good stuff in here. And then we get to the crafting. But it's like, we're making a celestial steel weapon. Well, roll a weapon effect. 1d6, deadly, advantage to that attack, advantage to damage, or double damage against unholy creatures. And then cold iron, double damage against Fey, or advantage to attack. Damage against Fey, Bane, double damage against Fey or magic creatures. Yeah, cool. And then all of them have these little things. You can make either thing out of a skeletal bones. It's advantage to attack and damage. Like, it's not, it's pretty basic, honestly. It's always advantage to attack and damage. But, fine. You have to find that stupid iron was enough of it to make a weapon out of it. And probably only wooden weapons count. So yeah.
There you go. Huh. It has it. That's I think that's the thing that we're trying to emphasize the most is it even has this at all.
Yep.
Because games just don't do this anymore, and I like this stuff.
And here's like what I said: you can make a water breathing potion. It lasts for up to a day, depending on how good you do it. And then other things heal you or make a poison or whatever.
Yeah.
Of course, you can increase the amount of this easily. Like, other things. Snow leaves levitates you when you fly. Okay, cool, awesome. Like little things. Like most games don't bother to give you a list of herbs. It's too bad that it's AI generated, but what can you do? Right? Meh. And then it gives you a create the region thing where you can draw, like you learn to make hills and shit, and learn to draw stuff and so on and so forth. And a hex grid crawl. Lots of information, and then you can roll if the construction is beautiful or poor in that town, and what kind of construction it is, and of course you shouldn't roll everything, but you can roll some things. And this is the whole book. The whole book is a big table mass with so many tables. Yeah, district. We are in Elm Slum. For some reason it's called Elm Slum, but because probably not elms there. Or in the sea field. Doesn't all make sense, but you can re-roll. And it's fine because you're not going to remember what's this district called, the player asks you. And you're like, what the fuck, what do I care what it's called? And you just roll. It's called Hills. It's called Hill. I love Hill.
I love Hill.
This is where a certain person lives. God. And then again, construction landmark feature. Like, you don't have to roll any of these, but you can. And these tables are pretty cool. And yeah, good job. Are they AI generated? I think you would be hard pressed to get this from an AI, but maybe you could. Give me an output of 100 things that are an adventure site. Could be possible.
Oh yeah, totally.
And again, there we are with, did this guy write anything? Probably. But did he write everything? Probably not. Who knows? Again, it just cheapens it that the AI is involved. It cheapens it so much.
It does, and we keep asking that question in our head, regardless of what they're looking at.
And here we have one of the worst pieces again because the skull suddenly becomes gold for no reason. Because the thing knows in the heat map that there should be more gold here.
And it also like has a little Geiger-esque-ness to it.
Yeah. And these golden swords in the back and stuff.
Ugh.
For no reason. And this, I don't even know. Oh yeah, the GM guide continues like this. Giving you like
steps so many tables, hazards, traps.
It's pretty like it's just a nice amount of tables. Good job finding all of these. This guy is just from Dark Souls. I'm sorry, but he's just from Dark Souls.
He just is, yeah. He's a Dark Souls fella.
And doesn't even matter what page to and where I stop. There's always going to be a table there, not far away. There it is. That's the ODM's guide. And the text in between these tables usually is kind of useful to like what are we doing here? What's the domain? It's an established duchy, for example. And then
you could use this to run your Game of Thrones game, like
absolutely
for real. Has so many sample adventures too. Holy shit!
What the fuck is this? A two-headed? Oh, it's supposed to be another creature from behind the big bug. Okay. Yeah. Like this guy who's just vibing.
It looks like he's dancing.
Yeah.
Oh my god! It's the rave beetle rather than the rave crab.
Yeah.
I want to play rave beetle.
Heck yeah.
That's your next aberrant character.
Isn't that just called Thumper?
Thumper? Oh yes.
Rave beetle.
Yes, rave beetle.
But yeah, again, like look at it. Oh, multi-classing rules. You can be a fighter thief in this. Awesome. But does that work? Well, you are. It's very quick. Who cares?
So easy, honestly, too.
And then intelligent monsters. They have some. It's a bunch of intelligent monsters, but the monster manual is its own thing. We'll get to. And just again, like, what is the zero abilities? Zero name, flying leap, forming. Is for level above 10? I'm not sure what we're looking at. Oh, creating a new abilities. Oh, okay. Yeah, see, that's cool.
Like, there you go. There's the full list of all of them that exist already. So it did the thing that I say that these things should do, where if they're going to do, hey, here's some guidelines, and then just provide the full list without distinguishing it between classes. And then they also have creating a class with an example class.
Which is cool. The Elven Spellweaver. Ooh. Another terrible art. Oh my god, the hands.
The hands, yeah.
Every time. Why must you give them big oven mitts or something? I don't know.
Yeah.
Magic oven mitts, guys. Underrated. Then some magic items. Lots of magic items.
Of magic items. Like D100 and then another D100. Like, that's what we're talking about here. Yeah, a lot of the abilities are just kind of like, oh, does this one thing. But if you stop and you zoom out for a second and you think, 5e, what does most of the magic items in 5e do? Oh, +1 to hit, or +1d6 fire damage. It's just as simple. So when we sit and we think, well, it's, the simple can kind of get in your way here, it doesn't. I don't think it does. And the reason why it doesn't is because the simple here is intended for you to go out and do things, whereas 5e simple is intended to restrict things.
Yeah.
I don't feel restricted reading this.
Stormbringer plate. 5 defense, 1 damage reduction, heavy, bulky, and magic. can shoot bolts of lightning at a target within 60 feet, causing D6 shock damage, i.e., shared across health and inspiration, meaning if you roll a 5, you take 3 health and 2 inspiration damage. Taps mana, basically. A target can make an agility 15 check to take half damage. Okay. Yeah, cool. Stormforged Plate. Kind of similar name, probably very different use. Heavier, one more damage reduction, 1 more defense. Offers enhanced physical protection. That's all it does. This is just a big plate.
Big plate. Yeah.
And then the grants extreme speed. Wearer can move double speed for 3 rounds when activated. And you can, I guess, activate it any time, because why wouldn't you do it?
Huh.
I think activating magic items is an action you have to take or something. They made some.
I don't think it is. I think it's just the fact that you have to spend inspiration to do it.
Oh yeah. Something. It was something.
Because it's inspiration.
Yeah.
Because that's the limiting factor rather than actions, which I will have to say that is the kind of game design I am enjoying more because you think kind of like a card game, like you have a handful of cards and these are all inspiration based. You can only really use as many as you have mana or inspiration or guile or whatever weird meta currency you have, and that design space is stronger because it's fine for a character to have what's referred to as a Nova round, where they're just like, I'm going to use these 5 abilities, fuck you. It's fine to have those moments. And it's also fine to have I guess I should swing with my sword this round because I'm saving up for the big thing.
Yeah.
It's fine to have both of those.
Right. I love that it has the bowl that the grandma also has, the bowl of plenty.
Yes, that's grandma's bowl. I love that so much, actually.
All these shells and gems and shit. Like, you can always tell it's still AI art, but meh. You see, and then he hands. And then more magic items. Like, it's a short shit ton of stuff. And I like, again, AI art makes it bad, makes a bad product. But the amount of stuff in it, honestly, if you just lift some of this, who cares? To sift through it to know what's good or not. And again, all these tables make it not a bad resource, to be honest. This would be a good product if it didn't have AI art in it. This is all it is.
Honestly, if somebody lifted the skill system and the magic items from it and put it in Daggerheart would be a better system.
Yeah.
Because that's what I have problems with Daggerheart is once you get your starting weapon, okay, I guess that's it. Fuck you. And Daggerheart also has the other problem of, hey, I wrote blacksmith on my sheet. Okay, can I get a bonus to rolls with that? No, only if you spend meta currency. What? I have to spend meta currency to prove that I'm a good blacksmith? Yeah. Fuck you, game. That really irritated me once I found that out about Daggerheart. But this, no. It's magic use. Add your D8 or whatever. And if you wanted to scale it further, just add a +2. Add a +1. If you want to go beyond the D12. Like, it's not hard.
Yeah. Or just say, no, it's as good as you can be. Just take another skill. Also
take another skill. Diversify.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's wild magic too. If you miss a spell, you are on the wild magic table.
Yeah.
It's not D100, it's a D20, but that's fine.
That's fine. Like, you don't need a D100 table for wild magic because how many fucking times do we always roll sprouts flowers everywhere? Come on.
And then somehow there's some empty pages. I don't know why, but that's what they put
I don't know. I don't know.
I guess the content ran out before the pages did. So.
Oops.
Not a big deal. Hey, again, this is ostensibly one guy doing it. So yeah. And then the true horror appears, the monster manual.
Yeah. Yep.
Why is the true horror? Well,
the art.
The art, as usual. And the slime's so weird. Looks too humanoid.
Way too humanoid. So, the thing I want to draw attention to about the monster thing, if you zoom in on their stat block, it doesn't matter which one. If you do it on the slime, I think it has all of it. So, you know, it has what you'd expect. It has its attributes. It has its usual attacks. It has its abilities. But then it does something that D&D wanted to try to do persistently, but then didn't. Harvest. What you're going to get when you harvest it.
Yes.
And that is the most OSR brain thing I can think of that most everybody forgets to do or doesn't want to do. And I'm like, you need to put that in there in your monster book.
Harvest.
Everybody does now.
Grabbing stuff from your enemies. Like everyone loots, right? Everyone is. You don't harvest a human. You could, but we don't usually. But they can loot.
Loot time fun.
Loot. Air elemental. Harvest dust particles can create 1 potion of flying. Huh. Why? It's not normal dust, guys. It's air elemental snot. I don't know. Amorphous sludge. Tendril slime can create 1 vial of glue or 1 potion of growth. And 3 loot. There's stuff stuck to it. Yeah. Awesome. Angel. Harvest. I mean, that's probably a shit idea. Tears can create 1 potion of undead bane. Wing feathers can create 1 potion of levitating or flying. Artifact, Longsword of the Celestials, D8 times 2 damage versus undead and infernal. Yeah, you can just take the sword from the angel and use it. Good idea, guys. Good idea.
And it doesn't say must be used by good. No, we're just gonna loot the angel. Fuck you.
Yeah. This game doesn't have alignment, which another good decision.
No.
Can't animated knight, can't loot from him for some reason. That feels weird. We'll be able to loot his weapons.
Yeah,
Or his longsword and plate mail. I guess since it's equipment, it's not loot, it's equipment. But it's on a salvage, so it makes sense.
Yeah. And I like that mentality though more than anything is the word salvage, because that's what you're doing. And that's what Lancer should have done, and I hate Lancer for not doing that.
Yeah.
I had to say it finally. I had to say it.
Yeah, and then I want to get to one particular monster, then we can stop.
Yeah.
It's going to. It's soon. It's very soon. And this guy is also like, this guy looks like a potato, but no, not him, not him, not the boar, not the bugbear, not the camel. Even though it is fucking weird.
That camel, that camel needs help.
That camel doesn't have a butt.
Doesn't have a butt. His pelvis is non-existent. All of his joints are so leathered that they have teeth. Yeah.
Centaur, very top-heavy centaur.
Very
this is the one. There we go. Look at this perfect Cerberus.
This is causing me so much pain.
This is why you don't put AI art in. Don't. You can have there's another face.
There's another face growing in there.
Oh god, it's so bad. It's so bad. Changeling, as we all know, is a robot who's dead.
Yeah,
anyway,
it's a T800. Yeah.
Don't. This is why you don't use AI art. Like, no one likes this.
Nobody.
It's icky. It looks terrible.
Nobody likes it. Nobody enjoys it. Nobody.
Makes your game only worse. Like, no one, even people who like AI art are going to be like, man, you could have done better than this.
Yeah.
Man. Okay, but this is the game. It's pretty simple. And now you argue for our position.
Yes.
Because we have been saying over and over, well, it's bad. You don't do AI, don't put it in. But I can see someone who is an enthusiast being like, but it's better than me not having art or me using generic art everyone uses. And also, this is supposed to be a free product. The cheapest option, my quickest option to get it out. Counter to the quick thing, this is the 3rd edition of this. Person has been doing this game for years.
Yeah.
The look at Talislanta, right? We have looked at 1st edition Talislanta and then at 6th edition Talislanta. Same fucking art. They paid once to have art, and no, by God, they're going to keep using it, and that is awesome.
Yeah. It really is. Talislanta is also some of the most evocative art we've ever looked at. Period. Like in our whole lives.
I'm
The
hoping
things that would be more evocative for me would be, I don't know, Frazetta. Like that's what we're talking about here.
Oh, that's the wrong book. Yes.
I mean, just immediately, bam. Like even the weapons that they drew, I was just salivating over. Like that guy, that tree,
this guy,
that boat, and that guy.
You will never get something this cool from AI.
No.
Like a boat drawn by 3 giant like tadpole monsters who look like they are. This guy is their dad.
His, like, it looks like that's his kids. Oh my gosh! Instant lore. Instant lore.
Like this four-armed lady fighting this 4-legged man.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is a lady. I was going to say, this could be a lady. We don't know.
Well, that was the other thing. They were willing to have like non-human females who lack memories. They were willing to do that in this book, and that was one of the things I think we even pointed out. I was like, yes, like you're actually thinking about it now.
Yeah, I like whoever wins between these who gets to top her while he watches.
Yeah, well, he watches. Yes,
no matter what, though. Like
the cuck fairy.
Yeah, the cuck fairy. Like, again, this is like the option that you can take where you have once you have art one time, you can have art forever because you paid for it, right? And if you don't want to pay for it, there's lots of free art out there. Again, we said this already.
So much, and all the big sites now you can filter out the AI generated, and people who don't put the tag on are required to say it in the description, so you can figure it out very quickly if you're not sure.
Yeah. It's still the fact that they does not put the tag on, but yeah.
Yeah. To be even a tiny bit fair, a lot of the people that don't put the tag on are because they were posted before it was required to have the tag to begin with. So
yeah. And like the art you get in this, like generic people with shitty looking weapons who are overly like detailed in weird places they wouldn't be detailed.
Yep.
Who has heads that sometimes too long as well. I know my wizards are smart, but her head is too big. I'm sorry. Who like it is not evocative. It's just the same dude in different outfits. Like doing nothing. Because it is very difficult for AI to depict interesting things happening.
Yeah, that's a really good way to put it.
Stuff like this is the absolute most it can really do. Because the dynamic scene where there's a fight, like you don't see that. Why? Because it's difficult to get angles right, and it completely breaks down immediately. Like the amount of work that goes into a realistic and well choreographed fight scene in animation or in art is so high that like you can't have it in a game like this, and that's why it isn't here. Like the most we saw was, I think, very early in this was the face-off moment between some generic dudes and the generic ogre guy, which is this guy. Oh, I'm standing. I'm with my very big butt. Too much back on him. I'm the ogre, and I'm also here with my sword stick bow ?
And something that's supposed to be a scythe across my back, but it looks more like a hoe with a really long blade.
Could be an axe as well. I don't know. Like who knows?
It could be a pick. He
didn't came equipped for a fight, even though he has so many handles on him for weapons. What's the problem if this guy comes at you? And he also has a sword in a tiny hand for no reason. Like this guy shouldn't have a sword. He clearly should have a club or something. Like just gets everything wrong. So even the few ones that are a little bit dynamic are bad. Or even worse immediately because they have to be dynamic. And the most you just get dudes standing around in weirdly melty ground, looking at nothing. Because if what they look at, their head doesn't know. And then the wall looks like a face a little bit because it loves to do faces because that's what it's trained on. Oh, we're looking at the distance. What is in the distance? Just a river and a mountain. And the perspective is wrong. And meanwhile, tell Atlanta, let's go back. Let's find the next picture. It's going to be amazing. Look. This is also not a camel, but it looks awesome. Not supposed to be a camel. It's an Athra. It's a March Strider, which is a weird,
love that
flightless chicken monster.
I just realized these domesticated beasts on this page, they're probably the inspiration for some of the mounts in Golden Axe.
Yeah, could be.
Like visually have some similarities. Like there's so much here that's baked into the DNA of Talislanta that makes you just want to play it.
Yeah. Oh, look, weapons that don't look like shit. Some of them are still stupid, but at least they look workable. A boat.
I have kind of graduated from the it's stupid, but they don't look like shit. I've graduated to that point with a lot of things now, except for the double axe that can go fuck itself.
Yeah, double axe is sort of stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at these dudes. Just look at this fun man play. He was here before. You know how we have the same guy again from a different angle playing his weird instrument? Can't get that with AI.
No, you really can't. This is also that was also the cantina scene from A New Hope.
Yeah,
just done differently, and it's just I like that. I like that exists. Like it's the meme.
Oh yeah, two guys.
There's so many good Bugmen.
Bugmen. Yeah, Bugmen.
Yeah, Bugmen are so good in this.
Oh look, miniatures.
I like the base tail. I like the base tail so much.
Oh look at the coins.
You're not going to get that.
It's a coin in but whatever. It's fine.
It's fantasy, you know. There's a certain point where we gotta throw up our hands and go, it's supposed to be fantasy. And I agree.
And then you have something suddenly by this guy who this is an artist who does other things. ... I just it's evocative, it's cool, and you can forever reuse it. And or you go the Paizo route again with money and also make evocative characters that you can then put into scenes. Make it even cooler. Waggles, that's wrong. I don't think so. But which surveys I might have forgotten to post. But anyway, we're doing tabletop talk. I don't know what I posted. It's fine. Hello, by the way. And we're talking about why AI art bad, because the game use AI art. Come on, let me scroll up. Okay. You didn't forget, but Austin Bruce's staying fabulous was on. How did I do that? I don't know. It's fine. It's fine. So you also already pointed out there's free art you can use everywhere. It's not that
God, you did. Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry.
It's fine. I don't know. I think you know what happened? I was interrupted by not having my docs. And then I probably copy pasted the wrong message and posted it to a few channels. But hey, I posted an ad, so it's fine. Don't worry about it.
That's like me the other day with posting no title at all. Just look at what I'm doing.
And okay, the next option is don't have art at all.
Yeah.
Is that ideal? No. It makes the game very dry looking.
Very.
But like, there's always ways to have some sort of visual thing, in my opinion. Wouldn't be a complicated thing to have, even like lab photos or something that you just throw in some filters on. Like, there's so much you can do. I don't have a feeling that this person is bad at layouting and stuff, so they seem capable of doing basic picture manipulation. Like, anything is better than having this happen. Or this. Oh my god. Like, just fucking don't. Because everything we said earlier is gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone who doesn't like AI art is gonna dismiss your game. And I was gonna. We talked about the game. No, it's not super complicated, so we didn't take that long. Is that bad? No, actually a good thing, in my opinion. Because D&D tells you it's complex by having 500 pages you have to read. Turns out it's fucking easy.
Yeah.
Like, no one should buy the books for D&D 5e because it's just, you roll D20 plus the number. How do you get the number? You add 2 other numbers together. How do you get those numbers? It's from your stat and from your bonus that you get for your level. That's the whole system is that. Otherwise it's spells. And spells you're gonna have to read. Okay, fair, but that's only because that's what they made it as. It's not complex either, it's just a lot of spells. Most of them are bad, so you just take the few ones that aren't, and then you're gonna be okay. This game isn't complex, but it's deeper than D&D. The DM's guide, barring the AI in there, is also very good and very deep in helping the DM make stuff up for their game. In, like, honestly, better than basically any book that we have reviewed so far, any game. Though, to be fair, we most often don't look at DM guides very deeply if they are their own book, so might be that we have overlooked 1 or 2. But mostly in many games, like, this has 78 pages of player information and 440 pages of DM information. Usually it's the other way around in games.
Yeah. And I'd argue that the DM information is so widely applicable that if you run any fantasy game, you should just look at it.
Yep, I agree. Good point.
Mm-hmm. And how they have monsters built, that's the simple I want. I want all the information I need, but you also need to give me the information that most people do in these games. Salvage. You need to do that. 5e does such a fucking terrible job of that. They're just like, roll on this table, blah, 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 blah. No. Stop.
Yeah.
I don't want to give loot based on the encounter level. I want to know, if I kill the clay man, what does it give my players?
Yeah.
Please tell me that.
Because one of the problems with loot on encounter level is it makes no sense.
Never.
Like, Clayman as loot. Okay, yeah, stuck in his back or something. He's made of clay, right? You can also harvest clay from him. Imagine that. And it gives you a potion of regeneration that you can create from it. And that's immediately cool. Like, and this is how little info you needed to make that cool. Yeah, we defeated the clay man, and he regenerates. Like, he regenerates by standing strength on the ground. So good luck defeating him. He's a real problem. This one guy can defeat your whole party because he's going to regenerate so much. And how do we stop him? We have to levitate him. Do we have a spell? No, but I saw the plant earlier that could do it. We have to run away and make a potion.
Yeah.
How do we feed him a potion?
Yeah.
Let's worry about that once we have any way to defeat him. And everything I just said is in the rules of this game.
Yeah.
And you're in a game where you throw a potion in the mouth of the clayman. It's cool.
Yeah. I like that shit so much. Like, you also mentioned something that happens in a lot of CRPGs where we can't defeat this boss unless we have a +3 weapon or this potion we get from somewhere else yet. But being able to organically do that in a tabletop game is just something that's gone. Yeah. Like, completely gone. Yeah. And bringing it back into the space, that's what I want. I want the Shadowrun where we're dealing with a sniper and we're not sure what to do. I want that.
Yes.
I want the problem solving to come back.
Interestingly, the cockroach doesn't have stoning powers, but that's okay. Common folk, you can just murder some.
And I like how it has a table for what they look like. Yeah. Oh, he's a worn, weary forester.
Yeah, who
has gossip about fighting.
He's a clean, resigned farmer who has a gossip about love and is concerned about a group of outsiders. Like, the amount of clean farmers who have different shit going on in this table is amazing.
Yes. Like, this brings to another point. If you're going to do a D6 table, have a lot of different D6 options on there so that you do generate a lot of different results. If you're going to do a D100 table, it's okay to just have one. But they decided not to do that with this. They decided, no, you can have 5 for the weather. Like,
yeah. Cultist. The disheveled, subversive, a prophecy mission. He's a disheveled, a forceful guy, or subservient guy who's on a prophecy mission for a demonic deity, and he collects unusual objects. Yeah, like the amount of stuff you could do there is nice.
Yeah.
Cyclops, 100 health, don't fight him. Also has no harvest or treasure. Just throws rocks at you. I guess you could harvest his rocks.
Well, a missed opportunity. Harvest his eye, get this thing. But again, like, this feels like, I don't think I mentioned this before, the salvage part feels like it was new to this version of it. So he didn't think of things for everything yet.
Yeah. Like 4 days rations off of a deer. Yeah. Demon can get some scales for fire immunity. Like, yeah, like, you don't need a billion stats. Like, this game is fine with you improvising as a DM anyway. So just do it. I don't know if there's loot table, if it's a DM guide. I'm not sure. Yeah. That's list by type. Oh yeah, nice size table too. Nope. It's in the DM table somewhere, the loot, but that's fine. Like, again, there's a lot to like in this game. Problem, who threw dirt at this Yeti? What's going
He's
on?
a dirty Yeti. He's a dirty boy.
He's a really dirty boy. Look at him.
Look at him.
My God.
The filthy Yeti.
It's like dry dirt is just floating on him. Looks so weird. God, this art. Oh my God, this guy's an underbite for the ages. Really, Chris boy, I'm your fucking enemy. Can't see me do it, but I'm sticking out my lower jaw. Oh God. Yeah, again, the AI just kills it. We have to say it over and over. Oh, it's Gollum. Drake, did you die? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay.
Okay. I'm totally fine. I just... all right, I'm going to finally say this thing I was going to say at the start.
Yeah.
Mechanically, this game is way better than Ironsworn Starforged and always will be.
Oh no!
Okay, I said it.
Oh,
yes.
That's such faint praise. Oh, look at him! He is the non-dirty Yeti.
Yeah.
Oh, he is cool.
He's the ape from Congo.
Yeah.
That you kill with a laser. Yeah.
Whale? You can fight a whale in this. That's stupid. Why would you fight a whale?
Weirdly enough, I think this is one of the few non-AI art pieces because I think I've seen this picture before.
Could be that they put that in because it's probably difficult to create a whale in one of these pictures.
Yeah, if it look right at all.
Vine shark again. Oh, it's a velocipastor.
A velociraptor that looks like a T-Rex. Imagine my surprise.
Makes yeah. Weird how that works. Oh no, Nosferatu.
No.
That is not how a horse moves, by the way, or unicorn. It just isn't. What is it doing? Is it revving up with its front hooves when the back is standing still? Stupid. Oh my god. Oh look, there's the Tyrannosaurus. He's a big boy. Also, he has an arm coming out of his knee. Gosh, we're just looking at AI. I must stop. I can't keep doing this.
No, you can't keep doing this to yourself. So yeah, I think my favorite thing about this is the skill system.
Yeah,
and the ability
I really
system.
like the skill system too. Like it's nice, and like I know you probably don't want to hear this author of this game, but in the unlikely chance that you ever come across this video, really make a version without the AI art. Just don't do it. Like I can't recommend this game to anyone while you have AI art in it. But I'll say the stuff that's in it purely mechanically, it's nice. It's okay. It's good. It's not a complex game, but it's a deep game. And that's nice. It's a good fit. I like the gritty low level feel as much as anyone else does. And you're gonna have it in this game basically forever, because the only thing you really gain from levels is I can cast a few more spells. I have a little bit more defense. I have a little bit more health. It's never not gonna feel scrappy. Like the farmer with his pitchfork can still land an 8 damage hit on you. It's just a third of your health at level 20, at level 10. It's still gonna be at least a consideration that's just like, and that's nice, because then we can have relatable adventures. The problem with high level D&D, high level Pathfinder 2, is that you're fighting weird elemental creature monsters that are, like, you don't even know really what they do, how they work, and how they're supposed to be a threat or not. But somehow their stats are so high that you can't even hit them. And that's supposed to be a balanced encounter, and then you run away because they're gonna stone you to death. And it feels bad. That was medium level Pathfinder. That was a game I played in. Like, fuck that. And then in D&D, oh, you're level 15. Well, nothing can hurt you. It's nothing that the DM can do on his own. Like, that's a balanced encounter in quotation marks. It's actually a threat at that point. And it's just slogging through, using up all your resources then that you're going to have unlimited of, because you had so much time to gather them.
Like,
I remember back in the day when we played and you were good about getting our resources off of us. We still had I still have 8 normal potions with me at level 7. I'm going to give this out to the soldiers because I don't need them. And I know Drake's going to actually account for this.
Yeah, like, okay. This is the real talk about 5e and why, after playing it for so many years, I was done. It is a game where you fight the system constantly to make it make sense.
Yeah.
Because I like games that make sense. The reason why I say I like games that make sense is I want the ability to do Chekhov's gun constantly with, here's the potion that you can use to save yourself later, that will come up later so that you can save yourself. I want to be able to do that. But 5e has slop fantasied everything so hard to the point where you can never make a magic item feel special. You never can. Even if it's tailored to a particular character, it never still feels special. It never does, no matter how hard I signpost it, no matter how hard I make it just for you, no matter how hard you say I crafted this thing for myself, it doesn't matter. I tried so hard to make things feel special, they just don't. And it's fantasy. When Frodo draws Sting, it should be a big deal.
Yeah.
But we don't have that anymore. But the old OSR mentality was when you found something that looked like Sting in a dungeon, everybody in the group in real life got excited for you. Like that's the way it used to be. And now it's, can I get my a green uncommon item, please?
Yeah,
like that's where we are now.
I need the thing that gives me 19 constitution for my build, please. You know, just buy
Yeah.
that in the town.
Yeah.
Or find
Yeah.
it in the dungeon, Mr. DM.
Then we're not building characters anymore. We're building spreadsheets. That's what we're doing.
Yep.
And there is no mystique. There is no fun. There is nothing with that.
Yep.
That's why like people wind up playing casters, because the casters, they can pick up these 3 utility spells that are cool that they might get to use at a certain time, in addition to having to take Fireball.
Yeah. Yeah. And I would say this, at least in D&D, they kind of balance it so that the +1 sword is very important. But if you're like having encounters against humanoids and stuff, you won't need it that early. Then there's games like Pathfinder, where it's like so gamified that you actually just buy runes and slot better runes into your sword over time to make it better. The game doesn't even care to give you good loot. The game tells you, no, go in town to the shop and buy the next rune that you need. Your weapon does an extra dice of damage. Like I remember in our game back now like 2 years ago, with Kara was running, where I was the only person that read that and bought that rune. And then we had an encounter and everyone was like struggling to do damage. And I was just like there with a big fist doing 2d10, and everyone was like, "What do you do so much damage?" Like, and I bought the rune that does that. And they're like, "What's the rune for that?" Yeah. And then everyone bought that rune the next opportunity. I would have if we had another fight properly after. Fuck that game. Like, it's so bad because, again, D&D, you're gonna know every magic item by now, and you know that you want like a certain set. Pathfinder, it's like a math problem. Like, do I get the +1 armor from that rune next, or do I get the extra hit points, extra hit +1 from that rune next from my money? And then it's kind of class dependent, which is the optimal way to go. And I just hate that.
Totally with you.
Yeah.
It's I don't want Monty Cook style games where you have to be get good at the game to the point where you can enjoy it then. Like that's not the way it should be. I should be able to enjoy it before I get good.
Yes.
And you can compare that to a lot of MMOs. Like people today still, I'll use Turtle WoW as the example. People still download Turtle WoW because it's free, and then go and have a little fun, and then realize, wow, this is actually kind of fun, before they even get good at any of it. And that's what games should be like. There should be some sort of, this is fun, long before that happens. And this game seems to enable that.
Yeah. And Wagots, yes, you're correct that Pathfinder has the option for you to do that custom items. But if you look at like the online space for it, people who like that game, who like it enough to write guides for it and like it enough to talk about it online, will tell you, no, you buy this and that rune. Like, it's kind of the expected thing. And like the issue then becomes, if I want my cool custom item, it's gonna fall off over time. Do I put the runes in after I get it custom? Or do I not put the runes in and it falls off and I have to buy a new one or find a new one? You can absolutely do Pathfinder without, but Pathfinder, the game, assumes to use the runes for its very well mathed, in quotation marks, like counterbalance system. So that's bad. And in this, honestly, what did we see? We advantage to it. Advantage damage was what most magic swords did. Cool, awesome. Yeah. Doesn't have to be complicated. Oh, funny you'd say that. These custom items were ones I'd be giving cool upgrades over time. Yeah, see? Yeah. It's like, I would much rather be a mage also in this system and have some questions for the DM about how does my spell actually work.
Yeah.
Like, can we can we say I can do this and that with the spell? Even though like the spell description is only 3 lines of text, it doesn't really tell me much.
Yeah.
Versus knowing at level 5 as a wizard, I take Fireball. Why? Because it's the best. It's the best AoE spell. Why would I ever not take it? Why would I take Lightning Bolt? Lightning Bolt hit maybe 3 dudes. I can Fireball 10 dudes. Or they have resistance. Doesn't matter. I made it 10 times that damage. It's still more damage than Lightning Bolt hitting 3 dudes. The spread's wider and less per guy. And then you take the other cookie cutter spells and you're the best build and you're going to be useful in the fight because the fight is designed to have you fire Fireball. It's dumb. From start to
so
finish.
Dumb. And that's just what it comes back around to is like let's use another example of a system that does have spells that tend to be cookie cutter, Shadowrun.
Yeah.
For your builds. But there are so many alternatives to many of them that you could do that it isn't a problem.
Yeah. The good thing with Shadowrun is, yes, you can take Stunbolt. I can talk 4th edition here. There's always going to be OP spells because they always overlook something. In 4th edition, it's Stunbolt. And Stunball as well. Because the drain is very low, you can cast this double your magic for no problem. And you can just, like, immediately knock out a dude. Always. Because he's gonna have like 3 dice to resist 12 damage. Meaning he falls unconscious and takes a bit of over damage and then he's out of the fight. Cool. It works. You can per action take out a dude. Or maybe even Sunball several dudes. You could also levitate a car and throw it and drop it on their position though. Nothing stops you. And there's so many spells in the book that are good if you use them correctly. They are just not like immediate damage. And yeah, that's it works as a kitchen sink system. And in this kind of has that vibe because yeah, the spells weren't like, let's look at air spells, right? Arcane, yes, number of silence an area, speed, make someone faster, gust, can you push someone around, make someone invisible with you thunderclap, which is you deafen someone and then throw them on the no, you stun them for a turn. And so on. So like aspect, actually I don't think it has lightning. Okay, there's 1 direct damage spell. Mostly it's just defensive, throw up a fog, fly around, utility stuff. And yeah. It's nice. It's okay. Like it being gated by element and you not being able to learn all of them unless you put like most of your advancements into it. It's nice. And you can cast every single one of these, but you're bad at them. Honestly, would be a good system for Shadowrun too. Where maybe like you would have to separate Shadowrun out differently in the 5 kinds of magic though. In that case, because it would be too easy then. But like a way where you can improvise a spell at a like cost of some kind would be nice for Shadowrun. Because the spell magic feels like you should be able to do anything with it because there's so many options. But then, if you didn't learn the spell, you can't use it at all. It's a bit it's a bit binary. Anyway, yeah, but honestly, good systems in here, very good systems. It's let down by the AI art. It's very much let down. Like, let me look. Do I have the OG shit book still in this folder? Yeah. If Haven, City of Violence, can have art in it, you can have art in your book that's not AI. And yes, Haven was written way before AI art existed, but come on.
Like, that's another thing. I don't think you even commented on it back then. The art in Haven City of Violence is evocative. It is.
Yeah, it's like, it's kind of generic for its time. It's like modern day modern day like stuff art. It's
very
weird.
paint by numbers. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not the most like inventive, but it's supposed to be a real place, right? I like
Yeah.
this.
I like this picture. Like there are pictures in here that stand out.
Yeah, this guy is having big fun, and this lady has done with this shit and has gone through this before.
You tell them, look at his face. Oh yeah, here we go again.
Yeah, and then like again, the idea that the AI art was like fast, or I don't know what the logic might have been. None of it holds water. People are going to reject your work because of it, or they're not going to care. But there isn't a value add ever.
No, there never is.
I was hoping I could find the. I lost sadly the first few books we did, so I don't have the Starfleet RPG. Asked you to, if you got injured in the game, to go home and read the phone book. I don't have it anymore. I lost it.
Even the art in there was just fine. Like
some of it was so fun. It was super funny. Like that's because that's what I'm kind of getting at. Oh yeah, this is another good one. Skyrims.
Oh god, Skyrims is a really good example.
Again, Skyrims was one of the worst games ever. And there isn't much art in it. But if we come across, like, honestly, very little art in it. But
when they do it,
there's some.
it's there.
I remember that there's like this like what do we even call this? Like Michelangelo's touched by God, but it's a big demon man, and you don't have eyes to see. Like like all these games, any art that is like evocative and interesting would help. Because again, even if people absolutely don't care, if people don't even notice that there's weird hands and shit in the art in this, this kind of is evocative somehow, but it's also so like kind of generic. And again, the arm, no. Does he have ears, or is this something else? Like someone either looks at this for 2 seconds, is like, ooh, art, and then continues with their life, or they now scrutinize it because they like, oh my god, how do I spot that this is AI art? I think the way you do it is that this is like just floating with nothing there. There's no flame and weird. Looking at this, the reason this is AI art is that this guy should be lit in red everywhere because of all the red in this picture, and he isn't.
And how he's holding his shield in his left arm is,
and the other sword there under his shield.
Yeah, the superfluous sword. Like that's, I think that's always the biggest tell is the superfluous sword, or the sword that looks like a belt.
Yeah, or the many all the belts that hold together.
Oh my god, the belts!
We will forever like look at every piece of this art. Like again, either you get people who are just going to like now hate on your product, like us. You're gonna get people who don't care, or you're gonna get people who just aren't even gonna look at it because it's AI art. You're actually shrinking your market. Well, and yeah, it's a Creative Commons game, but you still want people to play this. Otherwise, you wouldn't have gone through all this effort to write it. And no, and they're also going to ask, well, is any of this AI generated? Is any of the text in here AI generated? And I don't know. It's a bit harder to spot AI generated text, especially when you tell it to actually write in the style of like something.
There's also just the fact that editing the AI generated text is much easier than it is to edit the AI generated art. So
yep. Like communities here around the land of Like if you're gonna get a little bit paranoid and read the stuff like this and see like landscape is dominated by tall forests, fast flowing rivers, and snow-capped mountains. Oh, rule of three. AI loves rule of three. Is it AI written? I don't know, but it could be creating an untamed atmosphere. It's also kind of a non sequitur piece of text that doesn't need to be here. Of course, it's untamed if it's a fast flowing river, snow-capped mountains, and forests, and tall forests. Communities here rely on the land for survival. Superfluous. Everyone does. Sorry. Everyone relies on the land for survival. That's what the land is kind of doing. Harvesting resources through farming, hunting, foraging, and wood logging. As one ventures towards the wilderness, the remnants of an ancient past can be seen, with megalithic structures and pre-empire ruins standing as a reminder of the land's rich history. See, is this AI written? Probably not, but maybe it is. And if this is AI, maybe AI written, all of this is maybe AI written, and is it actually slop? The rules aren't, but maybe some of it is, and maybe it devalues your fucking thing so much.
Yeah, it just devalues it instantly. Like, if you wanted me to be objective about the thing that you were reading off, it actually read exactly like how AI generates a description of a place that you could go to vacation.
Yep.
So,
yep.
And because I wrote, what is it called? Search engine optimization, SEO. I saw that a lot. A lot. Like, that's what people do. And yeah, that felt like a very search engine optimized, hey, come here to this fantasy land where we live off the land. Like, that's why you say that, because we could go and do lumberjacking things here, can't we? La-di-da-da. That's me overanalyzing, but also pointing out it's that, but it's also generic fantasy place. Yes. So that's always to its detriment, but this obviously is intended to be a generic fantasy thing. Yeah. And I can't sit here and slap it for doing that, because there's some generic things that we have really liked, like Savage Worlds is the best example of that. Yeah. And the reason why we like them is because they did certain things that made them stand out that were not generic. True. Savage Worlds has a concept of wild cards, so you can incorporate that into every setting you ever write. Why are you a wild card in, I don't know, this conspiracy theory ridden Deus Ex-like setting? Oh, because I know that the conspiracy theories, some of them are true. All right, cool. So your character is Alex Jones in this world, and that's what wild cards are. There, you already have an idea. This is similar to that in that we're looking at the Ranger right now. The art does nothing for us, nothing at all. But when we look at like the class packages, it tells us what a Ranger is without it having to have the 5 paragraphs of introductory text that Fairview does that tells us what a Ranger is. Instead, it lets the mechanics of your choice tell you what it is, which so few games do that now. Like, if I pick between these 4 packages, that tells me what a Ranger is. That's what I want.
And one of the reasons I say, like, and this is again, that's me, that's the paranoia talking. I'm not saying it's AI written. I'm saying it might be. And one of the reasons is, if you look at any of this package of Bounty Hunter, right? You start with leather armor, cudgel, spear, manacles, and 100 SP. This is incorrectly written. You start with leather armor, a cudgel, a spear, manacles, and 100 SP. So that's just missing. It's just missing the little, like, binding words. And there's errors like this throughout. It's a stylistic choice here, maybe, but I can tell that this ain't AI written because of it. Other parts don't do this, so maybe those are AI written, right? Who knows? Who knows? And like my headcanon timeline, to be clear, is since the first edition of this came out in 2022. Doesn't say here, but there's like stuff out in the internet you can find. And it also had very early AI art in it. I think this person wrote this before AI art, put it out with AI art because it was new. And then now there's a new version because he learned to make the AI art look a little bit less shit. I don't think he wrote this with AI, but again, I don't know. It could be. And it's bad that I think that. It's very bad for your thing. You don't want, like, especially doubly and triply so, since you didn't put your name on it. You just put nameless designer. And again, that's an itch account, so it's not like this is like just a random moniker. But still, it's like it doesn't fill with confidence.
Oh.
And also the name is so generic. Like they haven't really given that much time of day. But Heroes of Adventure is so generic. It's also not really what this is, because this game feels so scrappy. You're such like you're not really a hero in this. You're like a scrappy guy who wants to get his. Like, this feels like the Vinland Saga game more so than
it does.
The hero game.
Mm-hmm.
Because
it makes
so you go.
It makes you feel like Fafhrd and the Grey Mouse are more than an actual hero.
Yeah. I say Vinland Saga because that game has lots of cool characters, and then suddenly someone gets an axe in the face and they die. This is kind of this game, right? Where if you just take 2 bad hits, you're out. You're out forever. And that's like, you have to be there for that kind of game, of course. But if you are, okay, cool. It's just sad that this kind of nice product that I want to recommend is tainted, and I can't recommend it. That's my final takeaway. Mm-hmm. I can't tell anyone to get into this. Like, there's so many good lists in the DM book. So many. Like, even I, who doesn't really like these kind of lists, is like, well, this is nice. You discover, like, every DM has said there before, being like, fuck, what do they find in this stupid mine they went to? It's totally there's a mine, because that's what they. Oh, they find you come out of the mine on the other end and go through the mountain. It's a crumbling cliffside with fortress ruins on it there. Cool. Let's explore that next, right? It's nice, but as long as it's tainted by AI, it's just sadly unrecommendable. This is so bad. This shit.
Like, we know what this is supposed to be evocative of, but it's not evocative.
Yeah. It's like a Bob Ross painting with dudes in it. The dudes suck.
Bob Ross does Mirkwood. Oh my goodness. That's a little image. Now I'm just imagining, like, I don't know, Elvin Bob Ross. Now we're going to draw a nice little hobbit here.
And it's like, apropos of nothing, but I also hate that AI is unable to just leave space empty. These dudes shouldn't be looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 other boats.
No, they shouldn't be.
Anyway, hey Drake, what's your favorite thing about this game? Let's do it.
The skill system.
Yeah.
And the abilities, because we've looked at things before that were basically attributeless, and this is the first one in a while where I've just been like, I really like that.
Yeah.
I like that you get an ability every level. You pick it. You don't mince words. You just pick it.
Yep. My favorite thing is that I'm gonna be, you said attributeless. I think my favorite thing in this is this game is like, well, we don't have edges and flaws. Fuck you. You don't get any points shuffling from it. You are going to just not have a bonus to things you really want to have a bonus for. Because if you look at the skill list, you get with 22 skills, you want agility, you want athletics, you want command or crafting or something of the support line. You want fortitude, You want guile? Languages? Okay, fine. No, you're not. Lore? Maybe. 50-50 you want lore? You want magic? So let's say 6 now. 7 for melee combat. Open lock, someone has to have it. We have a half year, so let's say we had 8. Range combat, maybe not, but you want either of these. Religion, politics, sometimes. Census, you want census, 9. Self-hand, maybe. Social, probably. Strength, maybe. Traps, someone has to have it. Like, you want 10, 11, 12 of these, ideally, for your character. That's what it feels like. And the list is not going to be the same for everyone. By far. But you won't have 10 or 12 of these to start. You have like 5 or 6. If you look at the example character, they get 64s. They are thief, right? What are they?
Yeah.
Thief. So they don't even have guile. They don't have sleight of hand. Don't have senses. They have neither range nor melee combat. It's still a good character. Couldn't say that for D&D. If my thief didn't have a weapon or didn't have weapon skill, I could somehow not have dagger combat skill in D&D, and I did that. People would look at me like I'm crazy. Yeah. What is your least favorite thing? Let's not say AI art because obviously.
Oh, we like the whole point of this episode was the AI art.
Yeah.
So, the least favorite thing is that where they put the rules for how you're supposed to play.
Yeah,
they should have led with that, because it would have been 5 or 10 pages, and we would have gone from there.
We have actually it's 3 pages. The rules of this game fit on 3 pages, and I told you them during my talk, which is just like you roll the dice and you do it or not. Usually against 10, maybe sometimes against higher numbers.
The fact that they're on page 72, I don't like that. You could have put that on page 3.
Yeah, this should have been early because it's so slow, such a small.
It's easy.
Yeah, and such a small piece of this. Could have put that early. Yeah, no big deal there. My least favorite thing is the magic descriptions being like unnecessarily short. Like again, this book has 78 pages of character stuff. You could have given me a bit more description than what you give me for a lot of these.
Yeah, you really could have.
Oh, you need arcane magic spell to even activate. Oh.
Yeah.
No, maybe that's for neutral stuff, though.
Yeah, it says dormant objects. So, like, if you want to awaken a magic item.
Okay.
So it's like, yeah. Honestly, I kind of like that. I kind of like that. No, I need to know something about enchantments and the nature of the arcane.
But this is like the classic question, right? Dispel magic. Dispels a magic item or effect. What does that mean? Is it destroyed? Probably not. Is it off? Yes. How long? Doesn't say. Good luck.
Doesn't say. Leaves you alone.
This, I do not like this. You wanted to get these on one page, I can tell. But please give me more information than this for the spells.
Give me 2 pages per domain. It's okay.
Because you will just have to sit there with your DM, and for every spell that you could cast, be like, DM, how does dispel magic work? DM, how does detect magic? Is this automatic? It says. Is it really automatic? Like in other games, you have to do rolls. How does it work essentially? Because once you have introduced the question of how does one spell work, you're gonna more likely to question other spells. Like, can I roll against an illusion? Okay, it's actually says in this case. Sorry. Magically seals, but DM, if I make it just be like there's no door where there was a door, like it's very subtle. Is it easier to resist? Because many games have that where like if the illusion is subtle, then it's harder to look through. You're going to not notice, which is why in stuff like Mage, it's really common to have hidden doors and stuff.
Yep.
Because the absence of something you don't expect to be there is very easy with an illusion.
Oh yeah, and that's one of the strengths of Mage is that they have a bunch of tables of modifiers and so on, trying to think of every possible outcome. But since it's a multi-dice system, those tables are really compact. Here, since it's just D20 plus D whatever, they could do the same thing, honestly.
Yep.
They could make it really compact very easily.
Yep. Yep. And that's the verdict here. This game is it's honestly out of contention for any even good or bad spot in our yearly list, because it's AI art. I don't want it on any list, and even the bad product.
Yep.
Because our bad products are usually fascinatingly bad. Like, Continuum is a shit, is garbage, but it's fascinating. And yeah, I can't even recommend this as a hate read, because again, AI art just ruins it. And I want to recommend the system as a normal read, as a good thing, and they can't do it. It's very heartbreaking.
We cannot. It would be nice, but
yeah. That's the show, I guess. Jake, what are we doing next time?
Good question.
You could just say mage.
I mean, we could finally actually do a really big book like that.
Could do mage 20, not do the newest version. Because I like that book. It's such a chonker. That did back it, so I have the real book in my library.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right. We're doing it, folks. Probably going to be a 4 episode, but yeah, Mage 20.
I might do double on that one, because it's a thick ass thing.
Thick ass book, and I've read it so many times that I remember so much of it.
I don't have to read all the rules of Mage the Ascension. I remember enough. Also, the thing with Mage, with that book in particular, is that they changed the meta plot, so we have to talk about that a lot.
We do. We also have to talk about how there's 3 main factions instead of 2, and things like that.
Yeah. Because one of the things that they love to do with all their White Wolf products is just randomly change the law so that nothing makes sense anymore. But it's still there, though. Don't worry about that. We still have the law. It is just buried under more new law that we wrote. And it's maybe also just a smokescreen. Who knows?
Yep. And I'll bury the lead a little. Mage 20 does it the best out of all the 20th anniversary products. Yeah, so that's why we're going to review that. We're not going to review Werewolf 20 or Vampire 20 or any of that. Ugh. No, not worth our time. No, but Mage 20 is important.
Yeah, Mage 20 was really a really good book. It has its problems mainly with the law, but the rest of it is really good.
Yeah, it has its problems, and that's fine.
Yes.
Because you'll see why it's fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
That's what we're gonna do.
All right, we'll do that.
And now I am finding us array targets. See who we got. Read Ezra's yesterday. Are you in first with what you like or not? Would you like a compliment?
Yeah, I think that's what he said.
Okay, of course you do. But Sonat, you did very well on Friday's session. I think you did good, and you had good interaction with everyone. And you didn't really stumble, like you sometimes do. You turned the bonk on just to be able to do that, you little shit. I just realized. We are going to raid Mikyu.
Yeah, I think that's the way to go.
Okay. We're back on Monday with... What are we doing? Are we doing EDF? Yes.
Oh yeah, we're finally doing EDF.
We're probably doing EDF on Monday, I think.
Yeah.
It's a bonk on our stream. Thank you. Yeah, beyond that, have a good one, everybody. Rest well. Thank you for being here. And have a good one. Yeah.
Take care, everybody.
I look forward to doing Mage.
Mage will be fun.
Yeah, bye-bye, everybody. And I'm hitting the button. Bye.